Hello everyone. Our declamation tackles about the struggles that our world currently faces, especially in the realms of discrimination. Each members of our group will be representing different kinds of discrimination that unfortunately exist in this living society. Whether it may be social status, people with disabilities, national origin or ethnicity, gender identity, age, stereotypes, and mental health. And we hope you enjoy watching. Thank you.
Are you a boy or a girl? When we're born, it's the first question everyone asks about you, about all of us. That's the foundation of our identity, and everything else is built on top of it. But what if some of us can't conform to what everyone set us into? What if we find ourselves lost, trapped, brought to believe that the dolls are for the girls and the toy cars are, well, for the guys? This whole area becomes hugely different. Everybody gets so confused when they don't work out, whether you're a boy or a girl. Last week, an acquaintance asked me, "What are you really? You wear dresses and sometimes guy clothes." I just shrug it off. Whenever I go outside, I always come across those judging looks of others. Those eyes scan every inch of my body, head to toe, as if I'm some kind of an alien or a weird creature walking past them. Really? Really? We're already in this generation, 21st. No, it's not trending or being influenced by bad experiences. It's not like that at all. I'll tell you what, I am myself. Call me he, call me she, or you can even call me they. What? Weird? No, no, you are. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance if I tell you that it's you. Yes, you. It's not that I'm different at all. It's just that there's something wrong with you. Why do I need to prove myself to everyone just so you could accept me? Why do I need to apologize for who I am? What's there to judge? Is it that interesting that a man has a feminine side or a woman with muscular looks? Or a man liking a man? A woman liking a woman? It's not creepy at all. The essence of a person is not based on their gender. But can I help it? Can I help that I'm like this? No. No, I can't. But can I cover them up? Yeah, I suppose I could go pretend that I'm normal. But does it feel right? No, it doesn't. And it will never feel good. Consider how painful it is to hide who you are simply because no one likes you. Because when all is said and done, you can't change how you were born. Sure, you can hide it. You can't just get rid of it though. It isn't a disease. This is just who we are.
My name is Rodriguez, 45 years of age, and I am a victim of age discrimination. I was fired because of my age, fired because my boss wanted to keep younger workers who are paid less. Before firing me, he said I was over the hill and ancient. I tried finding another company who will hire me, but so many companies and so many times spent looking for some employer to accept me. But it still leads to one reply. We cannot hire someone with 40 years of age. I keep asking myself, why? Why do they not hire someone who is still capable of doing the job perfectly, despite their age? Does a person whose age turns to 40 become incapable of the work they do? I am scared. Scared of being financially broke. Scared not only for me, but for my family. Imagine having to build up all those years of experience of work and having a decent paycheck from it is suddenly gone because your age turned to 40. Isn't that demoralizing? Even opportunities of getting to find another work feels like a very rare chance. I met with a recruiter this week. After getting through the look of disappointment when she saw how old I am, she shared a glance with the other women. And suddenly, now I'm in their crosshairs. And they're all holding my resume and finding questions at me. Every time I answered one without hesitation, it seemed to annoy them. She told me that many of the requests are for a college graduate because they haven't developed bad habits yet. What a slap in the face. I guess checking your phone constantly instead of working is not considered a bad habit. If I am willing to work for entry-level wages, why wouldn't you want my years of experience? I am sick of hearing older workers haven't kept up with technology. Age discrimination also affected my daily life, especially when interacting with younger people. Other youngsters even look down on me as if they feel more superior than me. Younger people feel those who are older than they should act their age and try not to steal the identities of younger people, including things such as speech, patterns, and manners of dress. Age discrimination, or any discrimination for that matter, will never do something that is good. Discrimination has to be stopped.
As I walk past by a room as a normal person would in a normal building, always carrying with me the legacy that my ancestors has given me, I see eyes stretched towards me. Discrimination. You would say, isn't it too early to judge by the looks of the people towards me? I mean, don't get me wrong, but I really don't mind because I got those eyes all the time ever since I was a child. But still, it really kind of hurts sometimes. You see, discrimination can be more than just mere words. There's simple looks in disgust. You can see it through their eyes. The hatred, the built-in distaste to people like us. Uy! Laman mo pala yun! Kaya pala maingay! Calling us names. Connecting us to bad traits. Because that's what we're known to. At least that's what they thought. That's what they always thought. Back in my junior years, I remember it. Being dismayed and petrified of carrying an entitlement of being part of a tribe. To the point where I can't even get myself to raise a hand when a teacher asks, "Sino mabanubo dito?" I can't even get myself to try and respond. Carrying with me the embarrassment of something that I have to carry proudly. For me, for my family, and for my ethnicity. Then suddenly, I heard it. The pounding, the whipping, the screams of my ancestors, their cries. It rings loud in my head now from centuries ago. So how dare you? How dare you put us down, question my ethnicity? And I'm sorry if you don't live up to your norms. Because we live in a world with segregated dorms. Society crushes me, tells us that we don't fit in. And I'm not trying to be in any way be mean. But can't you see? We live in a society covered in white sheen. Sorry to bother you, but I think I should get out. Because the hate you give leaves us, no doubt. However, I am something more than just the names you call me, right? I know that we are more than that, and I will stand for it.
I am a child that was born incomplete. As you can see, I don't have a right foot. Yes, I have disability. Others say I am unthankful, but I say I am thankful. Why? Because I live my life with full of hope. Every time I walk in the street, people are staring at me. Why? Why do I feel like they are laughing at me? Ha 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 ha. Judgments were visible through their eyes. You! You! And you! Why are you staring at me? Am I an artist that you've seen in your TV? You! You! And you! Why are you staring at me? Do you have the right to judge me? I am also human. I can feel pain and emotions. Yes, I have disability. I have a physical impairment. I remember that there was a time when I want to join in our youth organization. Why is she going to join us? She can't even run. She walks slowly. I'm sure she can help in our physical activities. Such a burden. I just hope she will just go home and rest. Don't you agree? They're murmuring. Yes, I heard them. Loud and clear. I know I am not welcome because I am different than them. Going home with a heavy heart while people are staring at me. I went straight to my room, crying in the corner. Of course, people expect me to do that. I feel discriminated because of my physical impairment. However, I always tell myself that if I want it, I can do it. I know I have limitations. I can't run. I walk slowly. Who doesn't anyway? I know all of this since people have always reminded me that I don't have those capabilities. Yet, I wonder, why do people treat me differently? How can they belittle me? I feel like an outcast. Everything that I do, others would tell me that I'm not qualified. Then, where will be the place of a person like me? Is there even a place for us? Will they always see us as a burden? Yes, it's true. We have disabilities, but we have talents to showcase and skills to prove our worth. We were scared. Thus, a proof we were born to be warriors.
It's easy to tell the impoverished that they must accept their misfortune as God's will, but it isn't. I myself don't have any penny. I know the feeling to be the unfortunate ones. A lot of people discriminate us for having nothing warm to wear, having not enough food to eat, having no medical care when I got sick, having to worry about how to pay the house rent, and most of all, having not enough money to afford my studies. As days, months, years went by so fast, I continued to ponder, yearning how to reach the goal. We are the ones whom called by the riches, the isang kahig isang tuka. We are living in an unjust world. Fortunately, I had found a job that I considered a blessing. as it is very difficult for us to be employed. Then I continue to wonder, is it enough for me to get going? Is it? One day at work, I was reported to the police, accused for stealing money from my boss. I didn't do it yet. He kept blaming me, accusing me for being poor, that I am responsible for stealing his money. I am tired of working. Even when I was a child, all I did was seek for a job to feed myself for the day. No matter how much kindness I treat others, I always get mistreated. What did I do wrong? Even at a very young age, I've always been treated like dirt. People assume that someone like me is dangerous. The moral narrative of poverty, considered by society, is that we are poor because we are lazy, irresponsible, opposed to work, sexually promiscuous, criminally inclined, or simply stupid. Excuse me? Need I remind you? Not all of us are the same. I may be underprivileged, but I have values. I respect others. We are not animals. I am someone who has dreams. I still have things ahead of me in life. Others are living lavishly. I am busy striving to live a decent life, convincing myself to never give up. I often daydream about how to acquire all the material things required to survive this world. I mustn't give up. I have a family that I'm responsible for. I may be raised in poverty, but it doesn't guarantee that I'm always underprivileged. I'm impoverished, yes, but it doesn't make me any less of a person. I wouldn't allow you to restrict my right to be respected, regardless of how you perceive me or how you refer to me.
It's hard to fit in. I'm scared of everything. I am frightened by the thought of the things that come and go inside my mind, and I can't control it. What I am makes me feel like I'm a burden, letting everyone down. It makes me want to hide away from everyone. This is because I find there are times when I'm not taken seriously. At work, people will dismiss what I say. Oh, she's just reacting like that because of her illness. It's all in your head. My views on work-related matters are considered irrelevant. When my employer found out I had mental illness, he fired me. He believed that I will soon be unable to do my duties properly. Even with my relatives, they were cautious. They were avoiding me because they were afraid of me. But why? Is it my facial expression? Or is it the way that I behave? Or is it because society has generally stereotyped how people with mental illness affects others? Most people would believe that we are violent and dangerous, when in fact we are more at risk of harming ourselves than harming other people. My family told me that my reasons for being like this are pathetic, for letting what was considered a bad mood get the better of me. They tried to talk it out. Suicide is just being selfish. This too will pass. You just need time. See, it's easy to those who haven't dealt with despair to assume that people who are miserable or desperate are exaggerating and weak. That's not true. We have been alone in our thoughts, battling until we lose our ability to think. I don't deserve this. I mean, all I want is for everyone to know that I'm a human. I have feelings. I deserve to be heard and understood. So, so what? So what if I'm sad or angry? It takes bravery to embrace my despair and strength to seize the bull by the horns. My reasons are just as valid as anyone else's. I accept that it is something not to be ashamed of, and that it is something that can be overcome. That's why I will not let you limit what I am capable of. My illness does not define me. Neither of your words and actions define who I am.